20 Secret Psychological Strategies That Attract Women, You Won't Believe. Number 7. Leave a like on the video, my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. 20 Secret Psychological Strategies That Attract Women. Ever heard of the Ben Franklin effect or the contrast principle? Hidden in the shadows of psychology are secrets that attract women effortlessly. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Promise to wield these strategies for good, not evil. Let's unveil the mystery behind these hidden attraction secrets together. 1. The Zygarnik effect. Keep her intrigued. Ever heard of the Zygarnik effect? Named after the psychologist Bluma Zygarnik, it's all about how we remember unfinished tasks better than finished ones. How can you apply this in dating? By leaving conversations and dates on a high note, keeping her eager for the next encounter. Just like a good series leaves you on a cliffhanger, this leaves her wanting more of you. 2. The Benjamin Franklin effect. Get her invested. The Ben Franklin effect is a bit counterintuitive, but stick with me. The idea is that if someone does a favor for you, they are more likely to like you. Seems backwards, right? But as Benjamin Franklin himself observed, and psychologists agree, this can subtly strengthen her attraction to you. So don't be afraid to ask for small favors. 3. The halo effect. Amplifying your attraction. Let's explore the halo effect, a psychological phenomenon where positive impressions in one area influence perceptions in other areas. So you're good at making her laugh? Great! She might start perceiving you as intelligent, kind, and attractive too. Psychologists highlight the role of first impressions, so bring your A game. 4. The scarcity principle. Ignite her desire for your time. Next on our list is the scarcity principle. It's simple, really. We tend to value things more when they are less available. I'm not suggesting you play hard to get, but do let her know your time is precious. Create a balance between availability and independence. Studies show that this approach can make your time together feel even more special. 5. Mastering the contrast principle. Enhance your compliments. Gentlemen, let's dive into the contrast principle. This psychological theory explains how we perceive things differently based on their comparison with others. How does this apply to complimenting her? Well, instead of just saying she's beautiful, which she's probably heard 1,000 times, contrast her beauty to something else, like, your smile outshines the brightest stars. It may sound cheesy, but studies show it's these kinds of compliments that actually stand out. 6. Mirror neurons and mimicry. Master the art of subtle synchronization. Let's delve into the world of mirror neurons and mimicry. It sounds sci-fi, doesn't it? But it's a real thing and works wonders in building rapport. These clever little neurons fire both when we perform an action and when we see someone else perform that action. So when you subtly mirror her body language, you're saying, I'm like you, and I understand you. It's a powerful nonverbal cue that helps to foster connection. 7. Embracing vulnerability. Discover the strength in showing emotion. Then there's vulnerability. It may seem counterintuitive, but showing emotion is a sign of strength, not weakness. Women are often attracted to men who aren't afraid to express their feelings. Experts agree that being open and honest about your emotions can forge a deep, enduring bond. So don't be afraid to let your guard down. 8. Laughter, the best medicine. Unleash the power of humor. It's a psychological icebreaker, a surefire way to lighten the mood and make you more approachable. There's a reason why a good sense of humor often tops a list of desirable traits. It's a sign of intelligence, creativity, and a positive outlook. Studies show that women are irresistibly drawn to men who can make them laugh. So don't hold back on those witty one-liners. 9. Reciprocity principle. Give love to get love. Ever heard of the reciprocity principle? It's an oldie but a goldie. This is all about giving to get. Show her kindness, attention, and respect, and guess what? You are likely to receive the same in return. Psychologists affirm the strong correlation between reciprocity and attraction. So gentlemen, remember, kindness is never wasted. 10. Creating an emotional connection. Unleashing the power of deep conversations. Next up, we are diving into the art of deep conversations. Yes, small talk has its place, but nothing beats the connection forged through a heartfelt conversation. When you open up and share more profound thoughts and feelings, you're inviting her to do the same. Studies show that such emotional connections can make your bond stronger. So ask the deep questions and be prepared to bare a bit of your soul. 11. Body language secrets. Communicate beyond words. Ever heard the saying, actions speak louder than words? Let's put a spin on it. Body language speaks louder than words. Your body language can tell her much more than your words ever could. It conveys your interest, attentiveness, and even your attraction. Experts say that nonverbal cues can make or break the first impression. So sit up straight, maintain eye contact, and let your body do some of the talking. 12. Introducing novelty, sparking excitement and keeping it alive. Now let's chat about novelty. Keeping things fresh and exciting is crucial in attracting and maintaining a woman's interest. Studies show that shared experiences, especially novel ones, can boost attraction levels significantly. So go on, plan that surprise date, try out a new cuisine, or embark on a thrilling adventure together. 13. Building trust, the unshakable pillar of attraction. Trust. It's a 5-letter word, but it carries a ton of weight in the world of dating and relationships. It's non-negotiable. Building trust lays a sturdy foundation for attraction to blossom. Psychologists agree that trust can be built over time through consistency, honesty, and reliability. So stick to your words, follow through on your promises, and let trust do its magic. 14. Authenticity, the irresistible allure of just being you. Now let's discuss authenticity. There's something undeniably attractive about someone who is unapologetically themselves. Remember, no one else can be you, that's your power. Experts say that being genuine builds a stronger connection than any facade ever could. So wear your authenticity like a badge of honor and watch as it draws her in. 15. Leading with empathy, seeing through her eyes. Now let's talk about empathy, the ability to understand and share her feelings. Leading with empathy shows that you truly get her. It can create a powerful emotional connection and, experts say, is a major turn-on for women. So actively try to see things from her perspective. 16. Creating shared memories, bonding beyond words. Nothing builds a bond quite like shared experiences. Whether it's a funny mishap or a breathtaking view, these moments create a unique connection that words can't. Studies even show that shared experiences enhance attraction. So seek out opportunities for creating these beautiful shared memories. 17. Considering the signs of confidence, unlocking your inner charisma. Let's talk about confidence. It's no secret it's a total game changer in the dating world. But did you know that psychologists link it directly to charisma? Yes, that magnetic charm that some people just seem to ooze. By believing in yourself and embracing your unique qualities, you are boosting your charisma levels sky high. So remember the first secret weapon in attracting women: own your worth and wear your confidence. 18. Harnessing the power of active listening. Active listening is the unsung hero of successful dating. Listening, truly listening, shows that you value her thoughts and feelings. Studies show that women are highly drawn to men who make an effort to understand them. So guys, turn up the dial on your attention levels, nod, reflect back, and win her over with your genuine interest. 19. Riding the waves of emotional intelligence, tune into her emotional universe. Next up, emotional intelligence. It's about understanding her emotions, not just your own. It's about navigating those emotional waves together. Psychologists say that men with high emotional intelligence are often irresistible to women. Why? Because they are tuned in, they understand, they empathize. So remember, guys, practice tuning into her feelings, it's a journey worth taking. 20. Priming and anchoring, your secret weapons for romance. Finally, priming and anchoring. With priming, you subtly set her mood by influencing her environment. Romantic setting? Check. Her favorite songs? Check. Anchoring is all about associating those positive feelings with you. Remember how Pavlov's dogs associated the bell with food? Kind of the same idea. Psychologists agree that this combo can be quite powerful in creating a romantic atmosphere. So next time you're planning a date, keep these in mind. Are you ready to dive into more? Check out things girls do when they're in love or spot signs she thinks you're hot. Make your choice and let's continue this journey together. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Girls do these subtle things when they love you, backed by psychology. Guys always miss number 7. 10 indirect signs she's in love with you. Consider the following scenario. You are talking with that special someone and can't help but wonder, could she be falling for me? It's time to discover what's happening behind those subtle signs saying, I'm in love with you. Prepare to be astounded as we uncover the indirect signs she's in love with you. 1. Increased interest in your life. There is nothing quite as refreshing as someone genuinely caring about what makes you tick. Imagine you're in the middle of a conversation with her, sharing your interests, dreams, and joys. Suddenly, you become aware of something unusual. It's more than a casual nod or a polite smile, it's a spark in her eyes, an unmistakable curiosity beyond politeness. She begins asking probing questions to grasp the complexities of your hobbies, interests, and goals. She may inquire about your favorite sports team, artistic endeavors, or even your interest in astrophysics. Conversations become more than just idle chit-chat, they become meaningful exchanges in which she hangs on every word, eagerly anticipating the next chapter of your life story. If you notice her soaking up every nugget of information that you share, asking thought-provoking questions, and immersing herself in your world, it's an indirect sign that she's head over heels in love with you. Her increased interest in your life goes beyond mere curiosity, it reflects her emotional investment in your relationship. 2. Frequent eye contact. They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul and hold a treasure trove of clues for deciphering someone's feelings. Picture this. You are in a crowded room, surrounded by a sea of faces and distractions. You can't help but be drawn to her gaze. Regardless of where you look, you notice something unusual. During conversations, her gaze is totally fixed on yours, as if the rest of the world fades away, leaving just the two of you. Her eyes speak volumes, conveying emotions that words frequently fail to express. It's a dance of unspoken understanding and glances. When someone is in love, their eyes show it. You might catch her sneaking glances when she thinks you're not looking, only to have her gaze dart away when your eyes meet. It's a telltale sign of butterflies fluttering within her, a silent declaration that she's fascinated by the depths of your being. If you catch her maintaining consistent eye contact, even in a room full of distractions, it's a subtle yet powerful indication that she has strong feelings for you. This is her way of saying, I see you, and I'm captivated by what I see. 3. Remembering small details. Paying attention to the little things becomes even more important when it comes to matters of the heart. In love, a sharp memory can be a strong signal of someone's feelings for you. Imagine yourself deep in conversation, exchanging anecdotes, stories, and experiences. You mention a passing detail among the words exchanged, a few childhood memories, a quirky habit, or perhaps a preference for a particular type of cuisine. Now comes the magic. She listens intently, not just in that moment but in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Fast forward to a later conversation, and she astounds you with her ability to recall small details you thought had slipped into the ether of forgotten conversations. A bit like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, she might mention a dish she knows you enjoy and recommends a new restaurant that serves it, or she could recall a similar experience from her childhood, demonstrating that she listens and cares enough to remember. Her affection shines through in these small gestures. When a person falls in love, their mind becomes an archive of shared moments, a collection of life's puzzle pieces. By remembering those small details, she demonstrates that you occupy a special place in her thoughts and that she cherishes your connection. 4. Playful teasing and banter. A light-hearted exchange of jabs and witty remarks can become the hallmark of a blossoming relationship. When two people share a comfortable rapport, you might notice a certain energy in her moments with you, a mischievous glint in her eye, a playful smirk on her lips. Now the banter begins. In these situations, she might gently mock your movie tastes, tease you about your questionable fashion choices, or playfully challenge your competitive nature. But here's the thing, it's done with warmth and affection. The teasing is never malicious or hurtful, rather, it invites a lively back and forth, a verbal tango that brings you closer together. It's a subtle way of gauging your reaction and creating a space where the two of you can let your guard down and truly be yourselves. This flirty banter is a fun way to build a relationship. So, enjoy yourself, accept the lightness and laughter it brings, because it indicates that she enjoys your company and feels a genuine connection. Develop this playful dynamic, reciprocate with your own wit, and let the giggles become the soundtrack to your budding romance. 5. Prioritizing your company. When a woman falls in love, she naturally seeks opportunities to spend time with the object of her affection. This is where you come in. When a woman is in love, you will begin to notice a pattern of her prioritizing you. It could be rearranging her schedule to accommodate your plans, eagerly accepting your invitations to outings or events, or simply finding ways to spend more time with you. She finds reasons to be in your presence, whether it's a coffee date, a movie night, or a casual hangout. When you see this deliberate prioritization, embrace it. Recognize the significance of her actions and show your appreciation by cherishing the time you spend together. Make her feel as valued and appreciated as she does for you. You can strengthen the foundations of your relationship by nurturing these moments and making each encounter meaningful. Remember that prioritizing your company is about more than just convenience or availability. It demonstrates her emotional investment and desire to form a stronger bond. So, cherish the moments when she goes out of her way to be with you, because in this fast-paced world, that really means a lot. 6. Subtle flirting. When she falls in love, her subtle flirting transforms into an enchanting display of her love for you. You'll find yourselves immersed in conversations filled with playful smiles, gentle touches on the arm, and a hint of mischief in her voice. This is when you realize there's more to her words than meets the eye. She's a master of subtle flirting, leaving you to find breadcrumbs of attraction and interest. Her flirtatious behavior shows up in a variety of ways. It could be how she brushes against you, the gentle teasing that lights up her eyes, or the lingering touch that leaves you wanting more. Even in the most mundane interactions, she generates those electric chemistry sparks. Accept the magic of the moment. When you notice these subtle flirting cues, recognize that beneath her playful demeanor is a genuine attraction and a desire to delve into the depths of your bond. Respond by returning her flirtatious gestures, letting her know you appreciate and welcome the dance of subtle seduction. But remember to tread lightly. Subtle flirtation can be a delicate dance that necessitates sensitivity and respect. Take the time to assess her comfort level and ensure that your reciprocity is consistent with her boundaries. When done correctly, flirtatious banter becomes a language that only the two of you understand, a secret code, if you will, that foreshadows the blossoming romance that is about to unfold. 7. Vulnerability and emotional sharing. There is immense beauty in opening up and allowing oneself to be vulnerable in the realm of love. When a woman is in love, she frequently creates a safe space in which emotional sharing becomes a treasured aspect of your relationship. She might open up to you about her insecurities, past heartbreaks, or deepest desires. She invites you to do the same, encouraging you to explore the depths of your emotions and share your vulnerabilities. This mutual exchange forges a very strong bond, so that you both feel safe and accepted in each other's company. When you see her willingness to be vulnerable, reciprocate by sharing your fears, hopes, and dreams, allowing her to see the depths of your being. Creating this emotional space together builds a relationship based on authenticity and trust. Vulnerability goes beyond words, it manifests in subtle gestures, gentle touches, and the ability to hold space for each other's emotions. It manifests in the comfort of a warm embrace during moments of sadness, silent support in the face of adversity, and a genuine interest in understanding each other's emotional landscapes. 8. Increased communication. Communication is the lifeblood of any healthy relationship. When a woman falls in love, you'll notice an increase in the frequency and depth of your conversations. It begins with small adjustments, an extra text here, a long phone call there. She looks for opportunities to interact with you and to connect more deeply. The topics you talk about become more personal and meaningful. She expresses genuine interest in your thoughts, experiences, and dreams. She keeps the lines of communication open through text messages, phone calls, and face-to-face conversations. She may contact you to simply check in on you, share a funny anecdote, or seek your advice on a topic that has been on her mind. These frequent and meaningful interactions are her way of nurturing your relationship because she has already fallen in love with you. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. How to stop girls ever ignoring you again. Being ignored sucks, this is what to do. Feeling ignored by a girl is the absolute worst. Sometimes they do it by accident, but other times they mean to do it. Being ignored can leave you feeling confused, insecure, and uncertain. The good news is that there are many things you can do to stop girls from ignoring you ever again. Today, you will find out what to do if she is ignoring you and how to tell for sure if she is ignoring you but actually likes you. By the end of this, you'll never need to ask yourself again, should I ignore her because she's ignoring me, because you'll simply never have this issue again. So, let's get down to business. Figure out firstly if she truly likes you. Being ignored is not always the worst thing. Pamela knows firsthand, yes, she has used this technique before. It was less about playing games and more because she was very nervous around the guy. It came across as though she was ignoring him, which did actually work out in her favor because he worked a little bit harder to grab her attention. Sometimes girls will ignore a guy because it drives them crazy, it makes guys work harder and keeps their eyes on the prize. Of course, it doesn't always work, sometimes it looks like the girl is just uninterested and being very rude. So, how do you tell if a girl is ignoring you because she likes you or if she's ignoring you because she doesn't like you? It's pretty simple. If a girl likes you and is ignoring you, you should be able to tell by studying how she is behaving overall. For example, if you catch her staring at you or making suggestive eye contact, she is most likely interested. If she is not talking to you but touches your arm or shoulder, she likes you. Keep an eye out for flirting techniques that she might be using even if she is ignoring you. The more flirty, the more she likes you. If you are nearly 100% sure that she likes you but is ignoring you, tell her about it. If you don't, she may continue to ignore you due to being so nervous around you, which means the relationship goes nowhere. Explain that you like her as well and you would like to see where things go. Make her feel comfortable and safe, and she will slowly come out of her shell. In no time, you will find yourselves chatting away and never being ignored again, unless you do something that sends you straight to the doghouse. It is worth mentioning that she might also not like you. If you don't notice any of the traditional signs of flirting, it might be worth asking if you have done something wrong or just not spending as much time around that girl. Sometimes, we have to realize that not everyone is going to like us, but that doesn't mean we're any less awesome, right? What to do if a girl is ignoring you? So, you've got yourself in a bit of a pickle. You notice this lady is ignoring you and think, what the hell do I do? We have some tips and tricks. Go big or go home. Big gestures are often a way to a lady's heart. The lady might not actually know that you exist yet, or she might be wanting you to put in a little bit more effort. The big gesture will show her that you are interested, that you care about her, and that you are attracted to her. It could be anything from writing her a love letter, a poem, or taking her on her dream date. It doesn't always need to be in public for it to be a big gesture. You can just write on a post-it note and slap it on her desk. Once, I was dating a guy who wasn't giving me enough attention, and I started to ignore him. To win me back, he got up on stage at a show we were at and read out a poem he had written for me. The poem itself was really romantic, in fact, I still have a copy of it. But I was super embarrassed, and the introvert in me was horrified. I was actually more upset because he did it in public. I would have much preferred that he did it in private. Think about the lady who is ignoring you. Would she prefer a big gesture in public or behind closed doors in the living room while you guys are watching Netflix? Big gestures do work and can quickly put you into the good books. Give her some space. Depending on the situation, it may be better to give her some space. If she is hurt or angry about something you have done, she might need some time to evaluate how she feels. Trying to get her attention all the time will only make it worse. She needs some time to think about what has happened, and she will come around. I promise. You might find that after one day of space, she will message you saying that she has forgiven you and everything is over. It could be a week later or even a month. The main point here is that you are showing her that you respect her space, boundaries, and feelings, which makes you even more attractive. She will come running when she realizes that you are fine with just carrying on your life without her, and you have shown her respect. Give another girl attention. Word of warning, this is a risky one. It could send the lady who is ignoring you running away or straight back to you. Girls hate it when someone they are interested in starts talking to someone else, especially when they are ignoring that guy and expect all of his attention. If you are in a social situation and the girl you like is ignoring you, start talking to another girl at the table. Don't make any comments to the other girl about the girl ignoring you, obviously, because girls always stick together. Just start asking her questions like, so, what do you do for a job, or, what's your favorite type of pizza topping? Eventually, the girl who is ignoring you will think, what is going on? It will drive her wild, and you might find that suddenly she starts speaking to you again and making eye contact with you. She will come running back and will not ignore you ever again. And if she ever feels like ignoring you, she'll remember that one time you asked that girl at the table if she liked pineapple on pizza, and she'll still get angry about it. So, she's not going to ignore you again. Communication is key. Communication is the most healthy way of dealing with a girl if she is ignoring you. Everything in a relationship comes down to communication, and healthy ways of dealing with issues are also important. Relationships will always have issues, and partners are always going to argue. It's how you get through these times that makes the relationship worthwhile. Having clear, open forms of communication can stop girls from ignoring you. If your girl or the girl you like is ignoring you, ask to sit down for a chat. Try to get to the bottom of why she's ignoring you. You can ask her what you've done, and if you are in the wrong, apologize. Show her that you care about her and her feelings, resolve the issue, and move on. Part of having clear communication is being able to tell your side of the story as well. Maybe she didn't realize why you did whatever it was that got her upset or angry in the first place. But make sure to tell her that you really do not like it when she ignores you and that you would rather she just told you what is wrong. This will stop her from ignoring you again and allow you to deal with those issues in the moment instead of dragging them out with awkward silence. This creates a healthy relationship, which is important, especially if you want this relationship to last. She's not interested. Earlier, we talked about how a girl can like you when she is ignoring you. But she might also just not be interested. If you think this is the case, hold your head high, there are plenty more fish in the sea. As cringy as that sounds, it's true. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Girls hate when guys do this on social media. Social media is everywhere, and it can make or break a relationship depending on how often you use it and how you actually use it. It could cause an argument, make someone fall head over heels for you, or turn a potential date off. As confusing as this sounds, today's video is all about looking at the many different things that guys do on social media that women hate. Some of these things you guys don't even realize you are doing, so stay tuned. Following far too many Instagram models. Any girl who wants to check out who you are and fill in the missing information about your personality is going to get a full grasp of the things that you surround yourself with, family, friends, and how you actually choose to spend your time on social media. To get this information, expect a lady to check out who you are following on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc., to get a good judgment of your character. Even if you think it's harmless, liking girls' images on Instagram can make women feel insecure. They think, I can't compete with these bombshells he's following on Instagram, so why should I even try to bother and flirt with him? You have to remember that a guy's brain is programmed to look for things that look good, whereas women look for things that make them feel emotionally secure. So, from a woman's perspective, she can't help but see your following models on Instagram as an emotional need you cannot fulfill for her because you'll be too busy looking at them instead of paying attention to her. Even though there are physical miles between you and this Instagram model, for the lady, it feels like it's not. She sees it as if this were a girl that lived down your street, and you left heart emojis on her pictures, it would be pretty weird. That's exactly how girls see it, so be very mindful of who you are following. Plus, if you always look at bombshells on Instagram, it shows you are a little bit desperate. Keep that in mind. Posting drinking pictures. Maybe in your early to mid-20s, it's considered kind of cool. However, if you are close to the end of your 20s or 30s, posting pictures of cocktails and Jaeger bombs that you're drinking is a little bit cringy. Continuously posting your drunken antics on Instagram and Facebook comes across as someone who hasn't got their life together. I get it, you're having a great night with your mates, and there's always a picture of you holding up a beer glass while you're with the boys. That's kind of okay, but it shows that you have a little bit of a habit with alcohol, which is something that will turn women off. Posting trophy ladies. There is a relationship guru that caters specifically to guys and says that if you want a woman to like you, you need to post lots of images of you with attractive women. It gives someone looking at your Instagram the fear of missing out. However, it also makes you come across as a player and someone trying too hard to look like they are always surrounded by attractive women. It's just a huge turn-off, so please do not follow that advice. Keeping pictures up of your ex. Random pictures of you and your ex together while you were on a trip in Thailand are okay because maybe it was a nice picture or a reminiscent memory. Maybe you were sitting on top of an elephant, a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. However, the pictures we're referring to here are those single images of your ex. If it's just her in the picture or a cute image of you two together, it shows you haven't quite gotten over her yet. Bragging about your work ethic or current struggles. We all want to have amazing lives. We want to be able to get out of bed at 9 a.m., go to the gym, smash it out, work, make a bonus, and feel awesome. If you constantly brag about this type of lifestyle, it just becomes very cringy and holier than thou. This also applies to constantly posting quotes about the struggles you are going through. We get it, we're human and allowed to have our down times and say, I'm not feeling too great this week. It's okay to be honest about something you are dealing with. However, if you are always posting that you are struggling with something and how life isn't fair, it makes women feel that you're not willing to work on yourself and have accepted that this is you forever. Remember, if you tell the world that you are constantly struggling, you will come across as high maintenance and hard to deal with in a relationship. Posting too many selfies. If you are feeling yourself, great, you can post a selfie. But if you always post selfies, especially without your top on because you've gained some muscle at the gym, it always comes across as slightly narcissistic. Women don't want guys that love themselves, they want guys that love them. Personally, if I were scrolling through a guy's Instagram account and saw lots of selfies, even if he was clothed and not smiling too much in every single post, I'd think he was a sad person overall. There is a bit of sexiness when a guy doesn't always smile in photographs, like Calvin Klein models, but if every single post is just him with a grumpy face, it's off-putting. Endless political debates. Great, you're into politics, pretty much everyone is, even if they don't agree with it. But those opinions are best kept to yourself. If you know politics is a taboo subject, but you openly talk about it on your Facebook page or Twitter, you come across as self-righteous and someone who enjoys arguments. Women love mysterious guys. If you spread everything out on the internet about what you are into and why this isn't fair and you should have voted for this person, there's nothing left for us to wonder about. Being online but ignoring us. If you want a night of sleeping on the sofa or not getting a text back for a couple of days, this is the way to do it. If ladies know that you haven't responded to us yet but we can see you on Twitter actively posting something, it makes us feel that you don't care about us, so we're going to walk away from you. Ranting. The occasional bit of ranting is totally okay. However, if we go over to your Twitter feed and see that all you ever do is complain about something, it shows that you don't have that masculine quality women are attracted to. We want to feel that you are strong and independent and that you accept life isn't always great but deal with it anyway. So, stop being the person that always complains because it decreases your value of attraction. Bragging statuses. Confidence and arrogance can easily be mistaken for each other because there's a fine line between them. However, remember that if you are arrogant, it means you constantly make out that you are a big deal. Bragging is no longer humble if you continuously do it because it means you're boasting. So, keep the self-promotion to a minimum. Otherwise, we feel that you are just ridiculously full of yourself. Why date us when you're happy to date yourself? Constant sport updates. If ladies wanted constant sport updates, we would follow the live status feed on Twitter. However, when you do it, it just fills our timeline with irrelevant stuff that we are really not that interested in. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know in the comments. Give me a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to make my day. If you want to get your name rolling up next to my face like these amazing people's names here, click the link in the description bar below to find out more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.